Well, he has had 16 attempts on his life and has arguably the most hazardous job in Afghanistan. The governor of Helmand province, Gulab Mangal, talks to CCTV correspondent Yaman Walasmal about the ongoing transition process, the biggest challenges, and the progress made in his province.
Meet Gulab Mangal, governor of southern Helmand province, a man who has had more attempts on his life than any other government official in Afghanistan, including President Karzai.
Without sacrificing personal interests and putting our lives at risk, this country will never succeed. The nations which have made these kind of sacrifices are prosperous today. If my generation is not willing to offer its lives for this nation, our children will not have a bright future.
For 7 years he has governed Helmand, a hotbed of insurgent activity plagued by a booming drug trade and endemic corruption. Issues Mr. Mangal claims he has addressed seriously, allowing him to extend the writ of the state to Helmand's volatile districts.
Before, the only presence my administration had out in the districts was security checkpoints. Now we have a fully functioning administration, providing services in the fields of agriculture, education, healthcare and justice.
The influential governor, who is a very close ally of President Karzai, says his administration has gained the trust of the people of Helmand.
2 years ago, nobody was approaching our administration because people didn't trust the provincial government. Now, over 500 people approach my office on a daily basis with their grievances. We've gained the trust of the people, which in return has extended our ability to provide security and stability.
Mr. Mangal says the troop surge announced by President Obama, sending tens of thousands of U.S. troops straight into the Taliban heartland, has played a decisive role in turning the tide against the insurgency. Now he says locals are cooperating with Afghan security forces in their fight against the Taliban.
When insurgents enter a district to carry out attacks, the residents of that area rise against them. They stop the Taliban from planting roadside bombs and inform our forces so they can come to their rescue.
Security in Helmand's capital, Lashkargah, is now transferred to Afghan police. Criticized for being poorly disciplined, trained and equipped, they are now battling it out with hardened insurgents. Despite their shortcomings, Governor Mangal has full faith in his forces as they try to secure Afghanistan's most fragile province.
One suicide bomber who was wounded by our forces was trying to detonate the explosives strapped to his body when one of our police officers ran towards him and wrestled the detonator out of his hand. I believe this kind of unmatched bravery is much more important than having advanced weaponry.
Yaman Walasmal, CCTV,